Just a little over 24 hours ago, a military coup was attempted by members of the military and armed civilians. This took place just outside the city of Valencia. In the aftermath of the attempted uprising, 2 people are dead and 8 others have been arrested, 3 of them being military personnel. Other individuals are said to be armed with military weapons and are on the run. The pre-dawn raid concluded with a video circulated on social media showing more than a dozen men in military uniform announcing an uprising to restore constitutional order following the creation of a pro-government legislative superbody on Friday, condemned by imperialist countries as a power grab by Nicolas Maduro. Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro said, "I cannot describe it in any other way. It is a terrorist attack against the Bolivarian National Armed Forces, and the armed forces have reacted in a united way with morality and decisiveness." A military spokesman said the uprising was carried out against the 41st Armored Brigade of the military. It was led by a few military officers and contained a large number of civilians with military weapons. They were said to be led by a first lieutenant who had defected from the army. Among those arrested for the attempt was the first lieutenant. A Bolivarian Armed Forces statement also said that the terrorist operation included the release of a video by a junior official that over 3 years ago was removed from the armed forces accused of treason and rebellion, who then fled the country and received protection in Miami by the United States. This is the kind of thing that we in the leftist community have always been worrying about, that there would be some kind of attempted coup backed by the CIA against the Bolivarian government. The Bolivarian Revolution has always had a fascination with carrying everything out in a bourgeois legal manner. They've always wanted to reform the laws to do the revolution rather than just doing the revolution itself. And this has been a big part of what's called 21st century socialism, the idea that somehow you can just vote a revolution into power. And what we see, even in the case of a country that does have a revolutionary potential, such as Venezuela, are the tremendous obstacles that are being placed against the country because it insists on doing everything in a bourgeois democratic manner. What they should be doing is simply seizing the means of production, taking over the government entirely, booting out the US-backed opposition, and gaining full control over the entire economy. But this has been something that they've been very hesitant to do. What they want to do is do everything within some kind of legal framework. And then what happens when you do this? You get a situation like this, where there's, a military uprising, although it was done by seemingly just a handful of people, against Nicolas Maduro, who, despite the fact that he is democratically elected, is continuing to face pressures just like this. This reminds us why revolution is not a dinner party. It's not something to be negotiated. It's not something to be pushed through some kind of legal apparatus. It is the violent act of one class overthrowing another. And that seems to be something that the Bolivarians don't seem to understand. They're so insistent upon some kind of democratic reform to bring in socialism that they leave themselves open to situations like this. What I hope is that this is some kind of a wake-up call for Nicolas Maduro to stop with all of this moralizing by using constitutions and alterations to the law, and just finally carry out the violent revolution that Venezuela needs to free itself from U.S. control. Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.